Somewhere in Africa right now, a leopard is moving through the grass. It is silent, it is low, it has not made a single sound. And yet, within seconds, a bird in the trees above screams. A squirrel on the ground freezes. A deer at the edge of the clearing lifts its head. A monkey 40 meters away grabs its infant and climbs higher. None of these animals are the same species. None of them can see what the others see. None of them speak the same language, and not one of them was looking at the leopard. This is one of the strangest and most overlooked facts about the natural world. Animals do not just communicate within their own species. That is the part that should make you stop and think. Because what just happened in that clearing was not instinct running in parallel. It was communication, flowing between completely different species in real time, saving multiple lives at once. We grow up thinking animals talk to their own kind, dogs bark at dogs, wolves howl to wolves, bees dance for bees. And yes, that happens. But it is only half the story. The half nobody talks about is this. Animals have also spent millions of years learning to talk to each other. A monkey warning a bird. A zebra reads a giraffe. A badger following a bird across a kilometer of open land to a beehive neither of them could find alone. These are not exceptions. These are not flukes. This is happening right now. In every forest, every ocean, every savanna on Earth. No human ever thought to look for it. So the real question is not whether different species can understand each other. They can. The question is how, and how deep does it go? And danger isn't the only thing they communicate. Some species cooperate, trade services, and even coordinate shared tasks. To understand that, we first have to let go of one assumption most of us have carried our entire lives. When we imagine animal communication, we picture animals of the same species talking to each other. Same species, same signal, same receiver. But that picture leaves out something enormous. The clearest example of cross-species communication, the one that shows up in every ecosystem on Earth, is the alarm call. When one animal spots danger, it does not just warn its own kind. The warning spreads across species lines instantly to animals that look nothing like it, sound nothing like it. In East Africa, vervet monkeys have 3 distinct alarm calls, one for eagles, one for snakes, one for leopards. Each call triggers a different escape behavior. What makes this remarkable is not what the monkeys do, it is what the starlings do. Superb starlings living alongside vervet monkeys have learned all 3 calls. When a vervet gives the eagle alarm, the starlings do not just flee, they flee downward into the bushes. The correct response. For an eagle threat, from a monkey, a bird translating a primate's warning into the right survival decision. This is not imitation, that is comprehension across species lines. And it does not stop there. Look at the Honeyguide and the honey badger, a partnership that is built on signals. The greater Honeyguide is a bird found across sub-Saharan Africa. It has an unusual obsession with beeswax. It loves it. But it cannot break open a beehive on its own, so it recruits help. And the animal it recruits is the honey badger, one of the most fearless and destructive animals in Africa, capable of ripping open any hive with its thick skin and powerful claws. When a honeyguide finds a hive, it goes looking for a honey badger. It flies toward it, making a specific chattering call. The honey badger hears this call and begins following the bird. The bird leads. The badger follows. They travel together, sometimes for over a kilometer, until they reach the hive. The badger destroys it. The badger eats the honeyguide eats the leftover wax and larvae. But here is what makes this genuinely strange. The honey badger also signals back. If it loses sight of the bird, it makes a sound. The bird responds by calling again from its new position. They check in with each other during the journey. This is not one animal passively following another. This is a back and forth exchange. 2 completely different species, coordinating a shared task through mutual signaling. That is closer to a conversation than most people would feel comfortable calling it. Now look at zebras and giraffes reading each other's bodies. Not all cross-species communication is acoustic. Some of it is entirely visual. On the open savanna, zebras and giraffes often graze together. Not because they are friends, not because they share the same food, giraffes eat leaves from trees, zebras eat grass, but because they make each other safer. Giraffes are tall, absurdly tall. Their heads sit 4 to 6 meters above the ground, which means they can see predators approaching from a distance that a zebra simply cannot. Zebras, on the other hand, have a strong sense of smell and excellent hearing. Together, different senses covering different distances, they form a better early warning system than either could manage alone. And here is the key part. The zebras watch the giraffes, not just casually, attentively. When a giraffe raises its head sharply and stares in a specific direction, the zebras notice and interpret that as a signal and begin moving too. They are reading the giraffe's body language. This is cross-species communication without a single sound being made. Posture, gaze, direction of movement, all of it is being read and understood across species lines. The savanna is full of animals watching each other this way. Impala watching baboons, wildebeest watching oxpeckers on the back of a buffalo. Everyone is reading everyone. In contrast, cross-species communication gets stranger in the ocean. On coral reefs around the world, there are specific locations called cleaning stations. Small fish, called cleaner wrasses, set up at these locations and advertise their services. They do a specific dance, a kind of bobbing side-to-side movement that signals to larger fish passing by, "I am open for business. Come here. I will remove the parasites from your body." And the larger fish come. Fish that would normally eat a cleaner wrasse without a second thought. Predators, hunters. But at a cleaning station, something changes. The large fish adopt a specific posture. They open their mouths, they tilt their bodies, they spread their fins. These are not normal positions. They are signals. They are communicating, "I am here for cleaning. I am not here to eat you. The rules are different right now." The cleaner wrasse reads these signals and begins working. It swims into the mouth of a fish that could swallow it whole. It picks parasites from the gills. The large fish waits, and when the cleaning is done, the large fish swims away without eating the cleaner. This arrangement works because both species are communicating clearly. The moment a cleaner wrasse violates the deal, the large fish gives a specific shudder, a body signal that means, "Stop that." And the cleaner adjusts. Two unrelated species using a co-evolved visual language to negotiate services. These relationships are not just interesting, they are the foundation of how ecosystems function. Think about what it means for different species to share alarm calls. It means the forest has a collective immune system against predators. Think about what the cleaner station means. It means that even in a world of predation and competition, there are zones of cooperation, negotiated not through trust in any human sense, but through consistent, reliable signaling that both parties have learned over millennia to believe. Here is the thing that sits at the bottom of all of this. The natural world is not silent. It is not a place of isolated creatures, each locked inside their own private experience, unable to reach each other across the species barrier. It is the opposite of that. It is a world saturated with signals. Animals in the wild do not have the luxury of only understanding their own kind. The predator does not announce itself in your language. The danger does not wait for you to be ready. So over millions of years, species that shared the same forests, the same savannas, the same reefs, learned to read each other. Not because they decided to, because the ones who could not were eaten, and the ones who could survived. What we are looking at when we study cross-species communication is not a curiosity. It is not an exception. It is one of the deepest organizing principles of life on Earth. The forest was already full of conversations. We just walked in and assumed there was nothing to hear.